Good afternoon. Hi, this is Karen. We are Runwright Reads, and we are here for a little lunchtime live. It is way past lunchtime. It is 3:09 in New York City. We're on Eastern Standard Time, Daylight Saving Time. So it's just about 10 past 3 now. And I just wanted to come on. I missed my earlier time, but I wanted to come on here because today's a rough day, and I need some company. So thank you so much for being here and spending some time with me. I really appreciate your company. Um, this is a bookish space, so if you are here to chat books, then you're in the right place. If you are here to just give moral support, you're also in the right place. Hi, friends. I know there are some who watch the recorded, like the playback later on. So whenever you're watching this, wherever you are, I just want to say hi and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I really appreciate you. I've been trying to do these little check-ins every day, and it gives me a way to share some of what's going on with my reading, but also some of what's going on in my life. I just haven't had the presence of mind to sit down and film like a formal video, and so these are a good way for me to keep in touch with you until I can do that. A lot's been going on. For those of you who've been participating in the lives for a few sessions, been on here now for about 2 weeks, and I've shared in earlier videos that my mom has been ill, and we're still praying and hoping earnestly that she will recover and recover completely. But it's hard. It's a lot, and just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for those of you who have sent messages and are praying for us, or sending good thoughts our way. Just wanted to say I appreciate it. So I'm here because I myself, I'm struggling. I am struggling with this. Hi, good afternoon, welcome. I'm struggling with not being there physically to support. I worry about my family, and I know you guys understand. So when I'm by myself, I get a little consumed with the worry, and I get very sad, and it's like I can't focus on anything other than how much I want my mom to get better. So coming on here and chatting with you guys kind of gives me something to do, even though I'm just kind of sitting around. It gives me conversation. It gives me a place to kind of focus, so I'm not just like making myself sick with worry, because I feel like I've been making myself sick with worry when I'm by myself, and I'm just thinking like visualizing my mom in the hospital, and just like fretting. The word is fret. Fretting about how I haven't been able to talk to her for several days, for more than several days now, and I miss talking to my mommy, and I just want her to get well. And so every time I'm by myself and I'm thinking about all of that, like I feel like I am not myself. I am not physically well. So coming on here allows me to kind of have something else to focus on. So we're here to chat books for a few minutes. I can't stay for too long, but I did want to just come on and tell you, if you're on TikTok, you may want to check me out over there. On TikTok and on Instagram, I am Karen_Runwright Reads. So same like my channel name, Runwright Reads, but with Karen underscore in front. So today, well, I started doing this started stitching a creator that I follow. I started stitching her videos where she's doing like outfits, and I am using her outfit combination and linking that to the book, or linking that to a book. So in today's video on TikTok, wearing this, I'm explaining why. And this is a book that I was sharing, so I started reading this in the live yesterday. This is It's Different This Time by Joss Richard, which is I'm thinking a second chance romance. We meet this couple when they're very young. We meet them when they're 21 and 23, grad slash post-grad students in, no, undergrad or post-grad students in New York City. And at the point where I left off in the book, I haven't read anything since our discussion yesterday, since we're reading it together. But where we meet them, they're just about to start living in a shared apartment, a brownstone they've rented. And even though they're strangers, they just met, they've decided they're going to share this space. And we get there's a dual timeline. So there are two timelines in the book. One where we meet them when they're 21 and 23. And the other timeline is when we meet them when they're in their 30s. So about 11 years have passed and something has happened. They had separated for some time. They'd spent some time together, they'd separated, and now they're coming back together a little bit under forced circumstances. So a little bit of forced intimacy, and forcing them also to acknowledge the intimacy that they did build in the past. And I just really like that premise, because I think that sometimes even when the situation seems to be right, the time isn't right. And it's good that you get another opportunity to do things and to make it work. And I was just thinking about second chances in a lot of ways, because there were some things that I should have done. Some things that I should have done earlier this year. There's some things that I should have probably done yesterday, and I didn't do them. But I firmly believe and hold on to the hope that today, right now, is a second chance to do some of those things and do them better, but also armed with the knowledge that when I hadn't done those things, I was disappointed. I was disappointed in not having done it. And you don't want to be regretful. Like I said, I think sometimes the situation is right, but the time isn't right. So sometimes you do have to get to the right time for it to work out, no matter, even if you had worked on it earlier, the time just wasn't right. So I don't know yet whether or not time was right for these two characters earlier on and they just didn't. But I think when they're older, opportunity may be better taken. So this is the book that I was sharing on Instagram, and that's why. Because number one, I think the colors are I think the colors match my outfit or match my shirt. But yeah, a lot of things just kind of came together for me. So this is one of the books that I'm currently reading. Started yesterday during the live and read about 50 pages. So I'm going to try to continue when I can focus. The other book that I'm reading right now, I can't talk about because I'm reading this for the BookTube Prize. So this is Clear by Caris Davis. And I read her novel West some years ago, I think also for the BookTube Prize. It's a short atmospheric novel. And this is also a short, very atmospheric novel. And it's set in Scotland, and we're reading about two men who are isolated in one way or another and how their lives intersect. So that's all I can say about the book. Can't tell you anything else about it. So I'm currently reading. I am at page 98, and this is a little under 200 pages, like 190 something pages. So I'm smack dab in the middle, and I intend to finish this pretty soon because I do want to wrap up my BookTube Prize reading in the next couple of days. Yeah, so this is one of the books that I'm reading, Clear by Caris Davis, atmospheric short novel. And so these are two books that are currently on the go. But what do I think of Tove Janssen's The Moomins? I haven't read it yet. So thank you so much for the question. And I'm going to save it. I'm going to save this question. As a matter of fact, let me take a screenshot. I'm going to save your question. And we're going to answer that in an upcoming live. So if you're not already following me, follow me, click the notification, click the bell for notifications so you'll know when I'm here live, and or when I post a video. You can come back and watch the playback if you're not able to join live. And we will talk about Tove Janssen's The Moomins in another video sometime soon, hopefully. So thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for your well wishes. Thank you so much for what you said about my mom and me being well. And I look forward to telling you how much better we are both doing and how we are both thriving. Forward to that. But I just went out. I had to go pick up some fabric. I'm going to be making something for a uniform for some of the kids in my youth group. We have an event coming up, and one of the things from their uniforms, they wear this ascot for one of their dress uniforms. They're color guards and they carry flags and so on, and they have this ascot that they need for part of the uniform. I just can't find it in the color that I need, and so I decided I was going to make them. So I had to go to the fabric store to get fabric, and so that's where I went. But when I was on my way out, I saw the UPS truck, and I waited. I sat in the car and I waited, and he dropped this off for me. So it's Tuesday. It is book release day over in these parts. And so this package came in from Penguin Random House today. And so I am super excited because it just may be a book that was released, that was published today, that I am getting copy on release day. And even if it's not, it's a new book from the publishers. I'm so excited. So I said, I must come on and share with you guys that a new book came in so we could see it together. And if you haven't been here for one of these live unboxings, then I'll tell you now. And if you have been here for one earlier, then I'll remind you. The publishers only send me these books because I have communication with you guys. So the books, they come to me, but they're really for you. So I'm sharing them with you. This is my way of sharing them with you. So the goal usually is, when I open the package, I want you to see the book before I do, because I am just the receiver. The book is for you. So when I open the package, in the past, I would open the package and hope that you see the cover and I see the back, but it didn't always work. As a matter of fact, it probably worked less frequently than statistically probable. So what I have started doing is that when I open the package, I close my eyes. So there is no risk that I see the book before you do. I open the package, I show you the book, I turn it around so you definitely can see the cover, and then I'll look at it. So we're gonna do that today. So we have a package to open. It is from Penguin Random House. Thank you so much, Penguin Random House, for having gifted me this book. I definitely need a pick up today. I need a pick me up. So let's see what the package is. All right, so I am opening. It feels like there's more than one book. Is it more than one book? No, I think it's just one book, but I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to close my eyes so that you will see it. But I don't want the book to rip. Okay. All right. It's bulky. I don't know what it is. Okay, so is this? I think this is the book because I can feel the texture on the cover. What is it? It's Buckeye! It's Buckeye by Patrick Ryan. It is Buckeye. It is a Read with Jenna book. Okay, so this I think was published last Tuesday. I think this was released maybe a week or two ago. And I saw people getting it. And I was like, why can't I get a copy? I got a copy. Oh, it's a Read with Jenna book club pick. I saw her. I saw the author, Patrick Ryan. I saw him on Jenna's morning show giving out copies in the morning show audience. And I was like, I want a copy. Now I have my own copy. It's Buckeye by Patrick Ryan. Okay. So here is the synopsis, brief synopsis, because I'm not going to start reading it today. It is, okay, so it's about a World War II family. A family. Okay. Let me not paraphrase. It says, a small town novel of epic proportions. That's a quote from Tom Perrotta. This captivating story weaves the intimate lives of two Midwestern families across generations from World War II to the late 20th century. In Ohio, a stolen moment of passion sparked in the exuberant aftermath of the Allied victory in Europe binds Cal Jenkins, a man wounded not in war, but by his inability to serve in it, to Margaret Salt, a woman trying to obscure her past. Cal's wife, Becky. Is this a love triangle? Cal's wife, Becky, has a spiritual gift. She is a seer who can conjure the dead, helping families connect with those they've lost. Margaret's husband, Felix, is serving on a Navy cargo ship out of harm's way. So it's not a love triangle, it's a square. Until a telegram suggests that the unthinkable might have happened. Okay, so I'm not going to read anymore because this says that it's a long book. I feel like maybe it's over 400 pages for about 450 pages. Hopefully I haven't spoiled the synopsis. Hopefully I haven't spoiled the story for myself or for you. But that's what the book is about. So when I read the synopsis, if I ever do, and I only read the synopsis if I'm not going to start reading the book right away, because there's so many books in on my radar that when I pick this one up, I'm going to have forgotten what it was about. So I read the little introduction and I read this part of the synopsis. I won't read anything past here because I think anything past here is going to probably cut into like up to page, the first like 70, 80, 90, 100 pages. And I don't want to be reading knowing all of those things or some of those things that are going to happen. I don't want to start reading knowing where the book is going. So I have a sense of the time period that we're starting with. I have a sense of the frame that there are 4 characters, 2 of them, 2 couples, and there's a little bit of an overlap. I know that. And I think that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. So the book is blurbed by Alice McDermott, Tom Hanks, Tom Perrotta, Richard Russo, Anne Napolitano, Emily Friedland, and Ann Patchett. I have read from Ann Patchett, Anne Napolitano. She's the author of Hello Beautiful. Richard Russo, I have read from. Tom Hanks. I don't think I've read Tom Hanks's work. Tom Perrotta, I think. He's not the author of The Dinner. That's somebody else. I don't think I've read from him, so I'm not sure exactly what to expect. That's a picture of the author. I saw him on the TV show. And he is the author of the story collections, The Dream Life of Astronauts, is this his first novel? He's the former associate editor of Granta. He's the current editor-in-chief of the literary magazine One Story. Yeah, I don't see that he has published a novel before. Tom Hanks's blurb says, I've been yearning for a novel that connects the American generations who dealt with our two wars, one of Omaha Beach, the other of the La Drang Valley. Buckeye is that book, and it soars. And see what Ann Patchett has to say. Do you guys watch Ann Patchett on social media? She does this Friday. Forget now what her feature is. Is that Friday feature where she talks about? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I understand you have to go. I'm gonna have to go myself. Not too long from now. But yeah, and Patchett has this feature that she does like once a week where she talks about a book. And it's not always a brand new book. Sometimes it's an older book, and quite often she'll have the author next to her in her independent bookstore. So I like her reviews. I like her discussions of books. And so she says, this book, full of love and war and the perilous intimacies of small town life. Buckeye is funny and tender, realistic and strange. Patrick Ryan has long been one of my favorite writers. I have a feeling that with this book, he's going to be everyone's favorite writer. That's such high praise. So that's Buckeye by Patrick Ryan. This came in today. I'm not going to start reading it today just because I have some other things that I need to wrap up. I may be going overseas in a couple of days, and there are a few books that I need to finish before I go, or I'd like to finish before I go, just because those are BookTube prize candidates, and I'd like to kind of wrap up my my ballot before I go overseas. So I will come back on, maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow. I will try to come on and give you guys an update on what's going on, my travel plans, when I'm going to be going. But thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your company. I have to go because I need to go get my daughter. And I just really appreciate your support. I just really appreciate your presence. I appreciate your being part of the space and the community that allows me to share my life, share my books, share my thoughts, share it all. So thank you so much, because when I sat down and opened up the live, I was really feeling anxiety. And now I feel so much better from having spent 20 minutes with you guys. So I really appreciate you. And I'll see you in an upcoming video. And until we talk again, until then, happy reading. Hope you're finding some great books to read. And if you are ever looking to get a recommendation, you can browse my channel, see what other books I have talked about. I would love to chat with you, would love to interact with you on my other videos. If there's something in one of them that piques your interest, let me know. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in an upcoming video. Until then, happy reading. Bye.